Cool. Well, Darren, always going to be an element of disappointment and frustration when you lead a game and don't win. How are you feeling after that one? Point of fair result, or not too much change, obviously, in terms of you and Sunderland.
No, I'm disappointed, to be honest, because the way the game panned out. When we went ahead, we had two huge opportunities to kill the game off with Sammy. Keeper saved one. He's tried to square one to Jono, and then we've had a clear penalty. I watched it back. The guy's dived with his arms to stop Jono's shot. First half, I didn't think we started the game well. I didn't think we started the game with enough authority. I thought they did. But they didn't. There was no... I thought my two centre-halves were outstanding today. They didn't... I can't remember creating too many chances, Sam, I think in open play, we were fine. And we just said at half-time, look, you need to just play with a bit more confidence. It seemed like we were a bit hot potato. When we passed the ball, we caused them problems. Second half, we were better, played more like ourselves. Passed it. Wardy was causing the left-back a lot of problems. And then we got the goal. Fantastic finish from Dem. It's a really, really good finish. And then we went on, and I thought we were going to go on and win it. And if we got the second goal, we would have. And unfortunately, we conceded a free kick at the edge of the box. And the one person in the whole league you don't want it to take it is McGeady. And he has got that quality.
Yeah, it seemed for both sides just a little bit cagey in the first half, maybe aware of what was potentially at stake.
I think that it was two teams showing respect for one another. I just didn't think we got enough possession. I thought they had too much control of the game in terms of the ball without hurting us. And it's one of those games in the first half we got a couple of bookings, which I wasn't happy about. Hence the reason I took Reid and Butler off. For some reason, Sunderland, when they play teams, the opposition seem to get a lot of players sent off. So I have to be aware, and I was aware of that before the game. I was thinking about doing it at halftime. I always like to see how the second half starts. We made the changes. I thought the changes did well. And of course, Melly did really well. And the plan was good in terms of we wanted to bring Dems on when the game became a bit more open, a bit more space. And he took his chance very well.
And as you've already said, Ward seemed to have their left back McFadzean, the beating of him every single time, and in the end, that's where your goal came from. And there seemed to be a lot of space with obviously Power playing at right back, a bit of space in there as well. But excellent work from Thompson in the build-up. You don't often get a right back who rolls the ball on the edge of the area and then slots it through to a striker like that.
No, but that's something we looked at in terms of that side of the pitch. They had what we had, and we wanted to get out there a lot more than we did in the first half. And then, of course, Joe and Tomo did well. And Tomo, goes forward, does that well. Lovely pass, great finish. And we're in front. And then at that point, I thought we'd become really strong, and as we did, and we were counter-attacking. And we had three really good opportunities to kill the game off.
Yeah, big save from Burge, from Sammy, as you say, the penalty, one of those as well. With their goal, I guess the huge disappointment that you'll take from it is the fact that it just seemed like a needless free kick to give away. Just sort of Taylor was maybe played into a bit of trouble, and it was avoidable.
Everything's avoidable, Sam, but
yeah,
it is an area you don't want to give a player of that quality, because the first one he took it at the side net, and it's a lot more difficult when Angle is in the middle of the goal. He can go either way on that side, on that one. Look, this is Jack's first 90 minutes for 6 weeks. And he's the best midfield player in the league. He was outstanding today.
Yeah, big game to be thrown back in, but obviously that's the confidence in him you have and the quality he has. With the goal, Darren, it maybe on watching it back was a bit more central than I first thought when McGeady struck it. But it looked like your goalkeeper, Christy Pym, was perhaps struggling a bit. Every time he took a goal kick, he seemed to be feeling his side on his right-hand side. Do you think that maybe impacted his ability to reach for the ball?
Well, I felt at the time live, Sam, that I thought it actually went in the middle of the goal. But when I look back at it, it's actually a lot closer to the corner than I thought at first. He was struggling. He's got a problem with his hip. You can see clearly he was struggling to kick the ball as he normally does. But to be honest, looking at it first time, pushing it back on the recording, it's pretty close to the corner. It is a good free kick. Perhaps his starting position's too far over. That's the only thing I would say.
Yeah, I know obviously there came a point when you brought Issa on, so you couldn't make any more changes. But had subbing Christy Pym off entered your mind? Was he maybe even a doubt to start the game?
No, he was never a doubt. He's got something during the game, and I delayed the last substitution because he went down, he got a bit of treatment. The physio said no, he's going to be fine to carry on, and that's when I got Mo on. Sammy had a problem with his shoulder that he fell over first half quite early on, so he had to come off. And the other 3 substitutions were purely due to the fact one really got booked, Butler got booked, but Dembele was always going to come on in this game.
Yeah, I suppose it was quite clear, wasn't it? It was great to show that confidence in young Harrison Burrows for another start. But, it's no harm on him, saying that Dembele is going to come on at some point. The threat that he gives, and he obviously came on and made that impact. Yeah,
he did. And it was a real difficult decisions I had to make, in the middle of the pitch, who to play there, who to play wide left. And I just felt like Harrison's done really well. We've kept a clean sheet. He gives you good balance. But I also knew that, when it's an Easter weekend, Sam, players become tired, spaces become open, and that's what happened. I knew Dems was going to come on. It was only a matter of time when. I wasn't happy with 1 or 2 things in the first half, and we spoke about that at half time. So, as I've said earlier, I like to make substitutions during the half as opposed to at half time. And Dems has come on and got a goal. And, he's done well. Brown has done well. All my substitutions did well again.
And I know it isn't a clean sheet, but after 2 clean sheets, as you said, your centre-back pairing, Kent and Beevers, were magnificent today. I mean, I think Frankie Kent must have headed the ball clear about 20, 30 times. He really didn't miss much apart from giving 1 free kick away in the second half. So great to see that those 2 are playing well together again, off the back of those 2 clean sheets as well. Another good performance today.
Yeah, I thought both of them were immense. They really were. Sunderland have played the biggest team in height and physicality. They've made 3 changes. They brought in the young boy Stewart, who I don't think had started the season. They've put Power to right back. They've put Winchester and Ledbetter in the middle of the park. They've gone big, but we've dealt with them fine. Frankie and Beeves were outstanding today for us.
And as you say, it's been a hectic season, more so than any other. It's always busy around Easter as well. On top of that, I suppose you're quite grateful that the next game is Saturday, and then there's no midweek game to the Northampton game. So a little bit of a let up in the relentlessness of the schedule.
Yeah, there is, and we knew that would be the case. I've got some rest into the players, both mentally and physically. They've given us everything, and we're in with a right good chance. There's no doubt about it. With 7 games to go, it is still in our hands because Hull have got to play Sunderland, so it is still in our hands, and we're confident. We feel that today the lads are generally disappointed in there because we felt that it was 1-0. We had 2 really good opportunities and possibly a penalty to kill the game off. So there is if you analyse the game, not so much in terms of possession, but actually clear-cut chances, we certainly had the better chances.
Yeah. Well, as you say, 7 games to go. There'll be plenty of ups and downs, and great to be in there. So, thanks for your time, Darren, and best of luck against Swindon.
Cheers, Sam. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Cheers.